So, I've never really ever had anybody call me a fake. And I thought about it because that word flies around often, right? And if anybody ever did, I probably wouldn't even be insulted. Because in order to be offended by something like that, I would have to, hold it to be true. And I know for a fact that everything that I've been through up to this very point, and all the experiences I've had, and everything that's ever been placed in front of me to visually see or experience in the spiritual aspect of things, all the things that I've learned, how hard I've tried every different way of healing, how I've experimented and practiced and done those sort of things for myself to get myself up out of any kind of slumps, any kind of low vibrational frequency, whatever I've learned on the way, whatever gifts I've developed. I know for a fact that that shit is real, and I don't need anybody to validate that. But what I do want to say is there are a lot of people that talk about fake it till you make it. And technically, if you're going to try that hard to mimic or copy somebody's work, or, those that, would maybe remake a Mona Lisa or something like that. If you are going above and beyond to replicate somebody else's creativity, that takes a lot of fucking skill. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of determination, a lot of self-discipline. And I'm not saying it's not commendable, but I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with the word fake, because AI itself generates creativity. And to program that AI, you would need some sort of consciousness, which would come from human beings, I would think. And in order to get that, to create something that we call art, you would have to program it. So, no, if you ask me, I don't think I would be offended. I don't consider myself fake. I really enjoy myself quite a bit. More than most people would. I don't mind my solitude. I don't mind doing things on my own. I don't mind learning. I don't mind teaching myself new stuff and experiencing things that other people have mastered, and me getting into that field or learning more about a specific field or something like that. I may not decide to go get a doctorate, but I love to learn about medicine. I may not have a certificate in, let's say, what's a good example? Reflexology, but I love to study it, and I've practiced it on myself, and I've practiced it on other people, and it is very beneficial. So, however you see yourself, whatever you consider yourself to be, whatever's true in your heart, just remember that if it's on the more lower vibrational spectrum, very well could be a lot of things that you're holding on to that may not even be who you fucking are. A lot of burdens that you're carrying that you never really had to carry to begin with. Because had you sat down with yourself, and I'm not saying you have to have a full-on conversation, but get to know yourself, find out what you like, what you dislike, find out what you're really good at. Practice, give it a try. If you do that, I guarantee that's authentic energy right there. And I promise you that you will fall in love with yourself. Not just once, but 1 billion times over. You will love who you are, truly, when you allow yourself to be who you are. When you allow yourself to express yourself, especially through creativity or any of those means. It's really important. And I know there's a lot of things in the different kind of industries that have people placed in boxes and stuff like that, and I don't think it's fair. I don't agree with it at all, to stifle people, to take away their sense of self, their purpose, to try to control them and narrate their every move, their every action, their life, who they're supposed to actually be in a divine sense. So yeah, remember to love you. Please do.